ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अस्माकम् अद्यतनविषयः अस्ति अभ्यास 28 इति। अस्मात् अभ्यास 37 इति अत्र 28 इति अस्य अभ्यासस्य प्रथमः प्रत्ययाभ्यासः. So 10 abhyasas we have done: 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. 28, 29, 30, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Thus 10 are over of pratyayas. So today is a good class today to just revise everything, considering next 3 days are anadhyaya, no Sanskrit. Then we will start on Dvitiya. So today if we can recall everything that has happened so far, that will be helpful. Starting from 28th abhyasa. Prathamaha, nich pratyaya. Nich pratyaya said prernaarthak dhatu. You want to make somebody do something. You want to inspire someone to do something. जैसे they have given here, जैसे कृ कारयति. Instead of doing themselves, they will ask somebody else to do. Or pat pathayati. Instead of reading, they are making somebody else read. Or instead of studying, they make somebody else study. Lik lekhayati. Instead of writing, you make somebody else write. Gam gamayati. Instead of going, you make something else or someone else go. You are making this happen. प्रेरणार्थक धातु. प्रेरणार्थक धातु के साथ मूल धातु के कर्ता. हाँ, इसके पहले प्रेरणार्थक धातु में उसे कहते हैं जहां कर्ता स्वयं काम न करके दूसरे से काम कराता है. कर्ता विल नॉट डू. कर्ता विल मेक समबडी एल्स डू. दूसरे से काम कराता है. जैसे पढ़ना पढ़वाना. तो पढ़वाना विल बी व्हाट इन संस्कृत? अगर पढ़वाना बोल रहे हैं तो संस्कृत भाषायां किम भवति?
पठामि इज स्वयं पढ़ना.
हाँ,
पाठयति.
पाठयति. सत्यम. पाठयति. सः पाठयति. वो पढ़ रहा है. और पढ़वाना, सो दैट विल बी पाठयति. एंड वो
सो हम ऐसे कहेंगे अहम सह पाठयति मींस मैं तुम्हें उसे पढ़ा रहा हूं.
नहीं, क्योंकि सह इज प्रथमा विभक्ति. यू हैव टू यूज द्वितीया. अहम इज कर्ता ना, बट यू आर मेकिंग somebody else do. Or if you are saying you are making that, I mean I am making you do. Aham tvam pathayami. Tvam शब्द द्वितीया एकवचनम.
Tvam is I am making you do, and अगर I am making him do, her do ऐसा होगा तो
तम. सह तौ ते तम तौ ताः. सा ते ताः ताम ते ताः. If I am making him do, aham tam pathayami. If I am making her do, aham tam pathayami. He is making me read. That also you can say, right? He is making me read. Saha mam pathayati. Aham avam vayam mam. Mam is there.
डॉक्टर जी माम पाठयति.
हाँ, you can say saha mam pathayati. That person is making me read. That way you can say. So this is nich pratyaya. Kr, pat, lik, gam. they are given. Also anything you can use. Even things like they have given so many, right? Chodna, padna, bolna, dekhna, sunna, praveshna, everything you can say. Jana, janna, samajna, all these you can use for nich pratyaya. The only thing is here they have given gati buddhi pratyavasanartha. That sutra will come. Generally, prernatak shabd mein this will be like aham tam patayami or saha mam patayati in that way. But in these dhatus, when there is gati and there is going somewhere, that kind of dhatus, and buddhi, knowing something, in such all these kinds of dhatus, इन अर्थों वाली धातुओं के प्रेरणात्मक रूप के साथ मूल धातु के कर्ता तृतीया न होकर द्वितीया होती है. सो इफ यू वांट टू यूज इन भाव कर्मणों इन भाव, राइट, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल शिष्यः गुरुः शिष्येण लेखं लेखयति. सो यू कैन से गुरु इज मेकिंग शिष्य. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ सेइंग माम, सॉरी, सो प्रेरणात्मक धातुओं के साथ मूल धातु कर्ता में तृतीया होती है. So when there is prernatak dhatu, it will not be mam, sorry, maya, maya. Guruhu shishyena. So saha maya lekham lekhayati. Maya lekham, not mam lekham. Very sorry, maya lekham.
Clarify that. So we said if A person is making B person do something, B person is in Tritiya.
Sorry, B person is in Tritiya.
B person is
That,
in Tritiya.
that was my mistake.
That's
So,
okay. A person will remain in Prathama.
Prathama. A person will be in Prathama. So, saha mam pathayati, I said, no, it won't be mam pathayati, maya pathayati. He is making me read, will be saha maya pathayati. And aham tena pathayami. I am making him read. Saha taute tam tautaha tena. So, aham tena patayami. Sorry, I got confused with something else. It is not द्वितीया, it is तृतीया. So, प्रेरणात्मक धातुओं के साथ मूल धातु के कर्ता में तृतीया होती है और कर्म में पूर्व तृतीया.
Are we looking at Niyama 116?
Yeah, 115.
अच्छा 116 में अगर मैं, is it a wrong thing that I'm looking at?
No, you are
Because
looking
here
at correct. हाँ.
कर्ता में तृतीया ना होकर द्वितीया होती है.
Yes. So this is where things get interesting, right? So we'll go from 115. In 115, this is Kartrivachya, right? This is normal way of saying something. Guru is making Shishya read, right? Guru Shishyena lekham lekhayati. Guru Shishyena lekham lekhayati. This is the normal.
In this one,
हाँ.
who is the Karta? Karta is the Shishya.
Guru is the karta because he is getting things done.
Yeah, so the Karta is in Prathama then. Karta is not in Tritiya.
No, so see.
दोनों कर्ता प्रथमा ही होगा ना.
नहीं, शिष्य प्रथमा तृतीया में होगा. सी दिस इज द थिंग, राइट? गुरु शिष्येन लेखम लेखयति में द राइटर दे आर कॉलिंग कर्ता. द कर्ता ऑफ द होल एक्शन इज गुरु, बट द कर्ता ऑफ राइटिंग, दैट इज शिष्य, बिकॉज शिष्य इज राइटिंग, राइट? देयर यू से तृतीया. सो गुरु इज इन प्रथमा. Guru is the main karta there. But who is writing? Shishya. So, Shishyena lekham lekhayati. Through Shishya. Guru is making Shishya write. Through Shishya, Guru writes. In that.
तो सेंटेंस का मेन कर्ता तो गुरु ही है ना.
The whole sentence ka main karta is Guru. That is okay. But who is the karta of the kriya?
कर्ता of the kriya is शिष्य.
That karta of the kriya will be in Tritiya.
Okay. Through him it is get done.
Correct. Through him it is happening, right? So he is karta here. So that through him, by, through, etc. is Tritiya. So Shishyena.
Okay, so that was 115.
115. But 116 says, this sutra, this is a sutra, right? Gati buddhi pratyavasanartha. This whole sutra, Gati buddhi pratyavasanartha. शब्द कामाकी कर्म कर्माणाम आणि कर्ता स गौ स नौ. Full sutra is there. There is a sutra 1452. This sutra says when there is a dhatu in arthon wali, gati artha wali dhatu. So gam dhatu, ja dhatu, all this jana gam gachati, or buddhi artha dhatu, buddhi artha janna, to know. All these dhatus and pratyavasanartha, all of these dhatus, in those dhatus it will not follow the shishyena lekam lekayat. In these dhatus प्रेरणार्थक रूप के साथ मूल धातु के कर्ता में तृतीया न होकर द्वितीया होती है. सो दिस इज व्हाट आई सेड बिगिनिंग. आई सेड राइट, अहम माम पाठयति, माम पाठे सह माम पाठयति इंस्टेड ऑफ तेन पाठयति. सो इफ यू वांट टू से पठ धातु देन यू हैव टू यूज तृतीया. बट इफ यू वांट टू से गम धातु इज गति अर्थ धातु. In Gati Artha Dhatu, you will use Dvitiya, not Tritiya. So you will say, instead of Balena Graham Gachati or Gamayati, Balam Graham Gamayati. Because Gam Dhatu is Gati Artha, to go.
Yeah, we always have this sequence, not the rule and then the exceptions.
Correct, absolutely. So here is the exception. The main rule says karta tritiya, but there are exceptions. Gati buddhi pratyasanartha dhatus, their karta will not be in tritiya, karta will be dvitiya. And karma they have not given here. Okay, they have not mentioned karma here, so they will mention in the next abhyasa, we will see in 29. But karta mein tritiya first, exception karta mein dvitiya.
अच्छा, तो जैसे गुरु जो मेन करता है,
हाँ,
वो प्रथमा में कुछ भी नहीं होगा इसमें.
नहीं, क्योंकि यहाँ पे तो there is no necessity for prathama ना. If there is a necessity, there will be there. It is not to say वो प्रथमा में कुछ भी नहीं होगा. Like for example, शिष्येन पाठम पाठयति. शिष्येन पाठम पाठयति में the guru is required here in शिष्येन पाठम पाठयति or शिष्येन लेखम लेखयति. Here it is not really required. Balam griham gamayati. Bala is going. That is Bala griham gachati. Instead of griham gachati, you say griham gamayati. So you can say Guru Balam griham gamayati. You can say if you want. Guru is making. But Balaga is made to go. That is the main thing, right?
Dogs are making it go.
There,
if you want to say that way, then sometimes there it is going to be given in the next abhyasa, but sometimes it will be balena kukuraha in that way. So this is a good example. We can see that it is going to follow. So balam griham gameti, shishyan vedam avagamayati, all this they have here. You see here, this is the best, right? Mata putram annam bhojayati. Mata is karta, like Guru earlier. Mata is prathama ekavachanam. Here they have given Guru hu shishyena lekam lekhayati. Guru is prathama ekavachanam. So prathama ekavachanam will be there. Main karta.
So there is only one change in this, right? From the main to the exception. In case of the main rule, the karta is in tritiya. The karta of the main action is in tritiya. And the one who is getting done is always in prathama in both the cases. If there is a rule like that.
Yes.
But in case of exceptions, in case of certain dhatus, the one through which the kriya is getting done, that karta is in tritiya.
Correct.
Instead of tritiya.
Correct. So at the beginning of this session, one example I had given, saha mam pathayati, right? You can say saha mam gamayati. Like how they have given balam griham gamayati. Saha mam griham gamayati. That will be correct because gam dhatu is there. But that is the exception. The rule is tritiya. The exception is dvitiya.
So now same sentence. This is the exception rule ke saath. Same sentence if we took for the main rule, then we can use another dhatu and do a comparison, right?
Correct. Absolutely.
So we can take तेन कार्यं कारयति, लेखम लेखयति अगर हम लेते हैं तो सह माम बदलेगा, राइट?
मया होगा, तृतीया एकवचन मया.
ओके, सह मया, and because now the kriya has to be something else, lekham
हाँ
lekhayati.
हाँ, और लेखम itself you don't need if it is very obvious. मया लेखयति.
Sah maya lekhayati.
हाँ.
Okay.
And since you are saying lekhayati, it will only be saha or sa. That also you can see. Because if you are to say lekhayami, then it is aham. But we are saying lekhayati. So it is only saha or sa. Either saha mam lekhayati or sa mam lekhayati. So instead of saying saha, you can just say mam lekhayati. But that is like a little more advanced. For now, this is good. So main rule is karta mein tritiya. Exception karta mein dvitiya. Exception is gati buddhi pratyaya. But there are other exceptions. So in 29 we saw some other exceptions. मूल धातु से प्रेरणात्मक धातु बनाने के लिए ये नियम ठीक है. धातु से निच प्रत्यय लगता है. So mitam hrasva, this is another exception to the rule. Mitam hrasva says in upada upantya swara, the swara before the final swara, akshara before the final akshara. In these a को आ नहीं होता. जैसे हम बोल रहे हैं ना, पट धातु will become पाठयति. But in all these dhatus will not be gama. Gam will not be gamayati. Gam will just be gamayati. That is the second exception. Kram kramayati, nam namayati. So in this mitam hrasva, in all these dhatus, gam, ram, kram, nam, sham, dam, jan, tvar, gat, vyat. In all of them, upadha a kara na bhavati. अन्यत्र को आ होता है. जैसे पाठयति, कामयते. कामयते आत्मनेपद, पाठयति परस्मैपद. उभयोः अ को हा ही होगा. लेकिन मिताम ह्रस्व सूत्र से ये सब धातुओं के, इन ऑल दीज धातुओं इट विल नॉट हैपन.
So where was that? I can't find it.
नेक्स्ट अभ्यास 29. अभ्यास 29.
अच्छा 29 है. Okay, so this particular one, जैसे मिताम ह्रस्व, तो ये अंग की कैटेगरी में आएगा, right? One of the letters.
Because it is 6492. Absolutely. You know the number is 6492.
One of the letters में ह्रस्व होगा.
Absolutely. And that is why Nitam Hrasva number is 6.4.92 and Angasya was 6.4.1.
वहाँ से 7 something तक का
हाँ, everything Anga. Correct. Absolutely. Including the next sutra, you know. This sutra, this Atam Pugna they have given. This sutra is very important. I think we saw this earlier, but anyway, it is important. Arti Hri Vri Rik Nuich Mai Atam Pugna. This is the sutra, full sutra. This sutra says, in all those dhatus, Arti, Hri, Vri, Rik, Nui, in all such dhatus, between dhatu and nich pratyay, धातुओं के अंत में निच से पहले पकार और लग जाता है. तो ज्ञा धातु, दैट इज व्हाई अजातशत्रु महाराज सेड, हाँ, ज्ञापयिष्यामि, ज्ञापयति. Pakara came, but it is only Nya Dhatu, but it still got Pakara. This is because of this sutra. This, like how we say, Vishwanatha Mandiram Sthapayati. He is doing, establishing that mandira there, that way. So there they have given examples, all these Da, Dha, Thaya. Yapayati, correct, absolutely. Ya Dhatu is here, Yapayati.
I have patented that for Abaji.
I am sure somebody must have patented it before. Yapayati is correct, but absolutely, you know, what you said, that is correct. Yapayati, Yadhatu as Yapayati. So,
can we please go over these two extra exceptions?
हाँ.
Not being able to find the page, I couldn't focus.
Sure. So 58. So first exception says mitam hrasvaha, right? This mitam hrasvaha here, 6492. Mitam hrasvaha says, in all these dhatus, gamram, kramnam, shamdam, jantvar, gat, vyat. Have you found now the page?
हाँ जी, ख मिताम ह्रस्वः.
Correct. Kha mitam hrasvaha. That mitam hrasvaha dhatu says, upadha ko, upadha is ant ke pehle, ek pehle.
One letter before the last.
That upadha will not get dirgha. How? Pat dhatu में upadha क्या है? Pat. If I said pat, what is upadha?
प.
प. तो वो पट को हम निच प्रत्यय लगाएंगे तो क्या होगा?
पाठयति.
हाँ, तो ये पट को पा होगा ना, पा हो गया. That pa became pa. So upada has got dirgha. But in these all dhatus, upada will not get dirgha. So gam will not be gamayati. Gam will just be gamayati. Pat became patayati. But gam will be gamayati. This is that second exception. Gati buddhi pratyavasanartha, first second mitam hrasvaha. Third exception, arti hrivli riknu ikshmayatam pung. No, this is third exception. This exception says pakara will get added in
Atam pundau. That's the one we are seeing, is it?
pung now.
Pundau.
हाँ.
Atam pundau.
So atam pung now, that you see that zero they have given, that like a dot they have given before atam.
हाँ जी.
So that means there is something in the sutra that they have not added. Atam pumnau is the end of the sutra. The complete sutra.
Atam pundau.
This is the full sutra. This sutra, just FYI, in the last 1 year, Swamiji must have asked 10 times. More than 10 times. This sutra. Because Nyapayati Shabda comes everywhere. Naishkarmi Siddhi, Upadesha Sahasri, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Katopanishad. Nyapayati will come everywhere. Arti Hrivli Riknu Ikshmai Atam Pumnau 7336.
I think he's just exercising our tongue to touch. It's got nothing to do with the word.
No, he's checking how much we are focusing in Akashji's class. Are we serious or not? I think so. Like how well we are practicing our Vyakarana. Definitely he's testing that.
I think it will come soon again. Because it keeps making an appearance. This sutra makes many appearances in our classes.
Okay, so let us look at this sutra, and if we were to say this sutra in Swamiji's class, ठीक है? तो हम क्या क्या बोलेंगे? We will say arti, ri, vli, ri, nyu, yiksha, yikshya, ya, tam, pumnau.
There are two small mistakes. Correct, but two small. Arti, hri, vli, rik. Rik, nu, yik, shmai, yatam. Mai.
Arti,
Yeah.
ri, vli, rik, nyu, yi, kshma, kshmai, yatam, pumnau.
Satyam. Bahu samyak. This is the
Then
sutra.
what else do we need to say?
That's all. Bas. I mean, you want to chant before class, then you can chant the Laghu Vritti. Acha, yahan pe there is no Laghu Vritti, so no need to chant anything. This much itself is enough. Or if you want, you can say Pakara Adeshaha Bhavati. Pakaraha Bhavati. Pakara Angasya Pakaraha Bhavati. You can say, na? 641 was Anga. And till the end of the 7th chapter, you have to add Angasya everywhere. This is 7336. And here what we are saying, dhatoho pakaraha bhavati. That is what we are saying, right? In dhatu, pakaraha bhavati. So you can say, angasya dhatau pakara bhavati. That is vritti. You can say that vritti. There is nothing wrong. Because
So
here,
we say that it is like we have completely understood what the sutra is doing.
yes.
Otherwise, तो ये बस बोल दिया,
Yes.
सुंदर जी said कि ये
मग-
हमारी टंग को ये कहने की प्रैक्टिस हो गई.
Yes, correct. But if you say pakara bhavati, because why, where these questions have come, in class, when nyapayati shabda comes in the text, nyapayati, which dhatu? Nya dhatu. Why there is pakara? Arti krivli rik nuish mayatam pugno.
Babaji, even if you chant it once, can you imagine when Swamiji asked that question, would you be able to do, we, etc.? If you think about that.
Yes, why not? You can.
We just have to know it thoroughly. Whether it will come when Swamiji says. Swamiji के सामने तो वैसे ही बोलती बन रहती है. Even if you know something very simple,
It's possible.
hard to say.
Yes, it will happen for sure. It requires little practice. It is obviously a difficult sutra, but it is a very popular sutra. It's very common.
It will at least come in our head, right? अगर हमने बोला भी नहीं, तो it will click. This is what it is.
Satya. Correct. So this sutra is very critical. So you see, one by one, when we go one pratyaya, you see lot of these exception sutras, but some of these exception sutras are very common exceptions. Mitam Rasva, at least for Vedanta, Gamayati, Namayati, Shamayati, Damayate, these kinds of shabdas may come. But when Sham comes, they'll say Shamadama, Shamadamadi. Nam, Namaskaram Karoti, Namaskurvan. Namayati, Shamayati, where is it going to come? Rarely. But Nyapayati will come. Sthapayati will come. So there will be some exceptions which are more popular than other exceptions. Vyakarana, based on Vyakarana, these are all just exceptions. But when we see occurrences in our text, some will have more common occurrences, more occurrences. Then there is a fourth exception. So first exception was, first one, Nich Pratyaya. Nich Pratyaya Vidhayaka Sutra. Not very common, but important to know. Satyapa Pasha Rupa Veena Tula Shloka Sena Loma Tvacha Varma Varana Churadibhyo Nich.
Where to find this?
Abhyasa 28 beginning.
Okay. It's good to ask dumb questions that we know how.
Niyama 113. Wow. Niyama 113, they have given the dot, just say how they give.
Oh, Churadibhyo Nich.
But dot is there na uske pehle. Or what all is in that?
बहुत कुछ है. This is what it is saying.
So बहुत कुछ है. सत्यापपाश रूप वीणा तूल श्लोक सेना लोम त्वचा वर्म वर्ण चूर्ण चुरादिभ्यो निच. This is the whole thing. This will not come so often.
Link to Ashtadhyayi ka sutra. Nothing, right? Just Sundarji pushte what is the number, we have to have that number.
But yeah, Swamiji will never ask what is the number. You have to know the sutra.
No. For us, like अभी यहाँ पे circle है.
Yes.
So what is it? ये पता तो करना है. So then we have to go to Ashtadhyayi. For that,
Correct. Correct. But one thing you can remember for Nich Pratyaya. This is difficult. This Satyapapasha is not easy. But you can remember something. The immediate next sutra. 3.1, this is 3.125. 3.126. This is enough to remember what is Vidhayaka Sutra. That is to memorize, right? For now. Later on, if you want to memorize Satyapapasha, that is okay. But for beginning memorization, at least to know Nich Pratyaya Vidhayaka Sutra. Just how we have Nishtha Pratyaya Vidhayaka Sutra, Taktavatu Nishtha. Shatru Prashanas Pratyaya Vidhayaka Sutra, Shatru Shanacha Latava Prathama Samanadikarane. Chui Pratyaya Vidhayaka Sutra, Abhuta Tadbhave Krubhu Asti Yoge Sampadya Kartari Chuhi. Matu Pratyaya Vidhayaka Sutra, Tadasti Asya Asmin Iti Matu. That way, if somebody has Nich Pratyaya Sutra, Vidhayaka, Hetumati Cha is enough. This will all come in a table, don't worry. We are going to make a table with all this so that we'll have it in front of us.
So I have to say that from all the classes that we have done before in Pratyayas, I was a little lost. Today I have understood a little bit of structure, which seems to be like पहले प्रत्यय है उसका कार्य क्या है वो समझना है. What does the प्रत्यय do? How does it convert the dhatu to use it in whichever tense or however we want to use it. Then there is a Vidhayaka Sutra. Then there are niyamas for main dhatus, like the like the niyama without exception. Then there are various exceptions for certain specific dhatus. This
Correct.
is how I think pratyaya lesson is structured.
Correct. Absolutely. This is correct. And instead of saying exceptions, in the beginning we are understanding it as an exception, you can even say additions, because sometimes we say exceptions because we are starting at the higher level. But you can say, you start at the beginning level and you say, okay, there is a pratyaya. There is an addition, that is addition in the sense, from here, for all these dhatus it is this. Then for all these dhatus it is this. Then for all these dhatus it is this. That way also you can explain.
Yeah, they have said niyama, they haven't said apavada.
Exactly.
So
So
I think
niyama
that
you
we
can
use
take.
that
Yes, you take
terminology.
different niyamas for each sutra. That is good. For each pratyaya. That also is okay. Vidhayaka sutra will be there. Then if done niyama sutras will be there. Niyama, not only niyama, other also, but there will be niyamas in that sense. So hetumati cha, these two are the main sutras for nich. Satyapapasha, Churadibhyo nich and hetumati cha. Then we saw gati buddhi pratyavasanartha. This is the first niyama. That is second niyama, or second or third or whatever. Then another niyama was this not taladibhyo, this mitam hraswaha.
Sorry, where are we now?
29. Niyama 118. Mitam hraswaha. Kha, mitam hraswa. That is another niyama for nich. As well as arti hrivli rik nuikshmayatam pumnau. That is another niyama for nich. Then there is another niyama. Kintu pa pina ka payayate hoga. Pa dhatu is like da dhatu, nya dhatu, stha dhatu. Da became dapayati, nya became nyapayati, stha became sthapayati, but pa will not become papayati. Pa will become payayati. For payayati,
So which sutra is that?
so there is a sutra. I've written here sanadyanto dhatavaha, but let me check. If there is another one, I will confirm tomorrow or whenever. This is there, sanadyanta dhatavaha is there. This is a sutra. But well, why this will become payayati? I don't think this is the right sutra.
So niyama is the same. Within that niyama also there are two variations.
Not too many. 5, 6, 10 variations also may be there.
Okay.
Papachya, you see they have given here. For this young pratyaya, papachya they have given. So it will not be papayati, it will be payayati through that. But there is a very specific sutra here. I will check and tell you. I have not written, but there is something. I will check and let you know. Pa will become payayati. Then there is another. Pa or pal ka palayati hoga. That is basic. Here, this is the next one. इन धातुओं के निच में ये रूप होते हैं. ब्रू को वाचयति होगा. ब्रू becomes वाचयति, not ब्रूवयति or something else. वाचयति. It will follow the vach dhatu. After some time, brew will follow vach. Vach, which becomes ukta through samprasaranam, that vach, vachayati. जैसे pat became pathayati, vach becomes vachayati. That way. But why brew has become vach? There is a sutra, an important sutra. This also, Anandagiriji, this Shabda Vachayati, maybe 100 times. Across 10 Upanishads, I think 100. Maybe, at least. Maybe. These kinds of sutras are very common because the words are very common. Vachayati. Bruvaha Panchanam.
These kind of sutras, these kind of words, we would have no clue which dhatu it is coming from unless we know a little bit of what's going on behind it.
Exactly. Vachayati and brew has no connection, right? Where is the guy? There is nothing. But this sutra, Bruvaha Panchanam Adita Namo Bruvaha. Aho Bruvaha. Bruvaha Panchanam Adita Aho Bruvaha. This sutra says brew will become vach, will go like vach dhatu. And also aha. This aha. such an important word. When we see tika, iti ata aha, purva paksha aha, iti ashankya aha. Very common, right? That aha, which dhatu? Bru dhatu. Where are we going to guess aha is bru dhatu? That is the value of this sutra. Bruvaha panchanam adita aho bruvaha. So that is working here. Bru or vache, there is another sutra for vach, but this is a more important sutra. Bruvaha panchanam adita aho bruvaha. More important for our readings. Not inherently not more important, but based on occurrence, more important.
So, aha se vachayati ka kya connection? Did I lose any information?
Both aha and vachayati are both one dhatu. Same dhatu. Which dhatu? Bru dhatu. That is the connection. Aha is not nich pratyaya. Vachayati is nich pratyaya. Okay, if you want to say bru to vach, how?
We came here to understand how bru became vachayati.
This sutra, here we go. Okay,
So,
okay.
I am lost.
Okay, so how bru became vachayati, there is this sutra. 2853, 2453.
अभी यहाँ आना चाहिए था ना उसके आंसर के लिए.
Correct. You are right. Bru to vachayati is bruva vachihi. But vachayati is not so common. Aha is more common.
Right.
So for aha, how that bruva became aha? Bruha panchanam adita aho bruha. 3484.
What was the previous uska number? It
Two-
was very blurred. I couldn't see.
2453.
Okay, thank you.
Then we go back to Abhyasa. I thought we will do all 10 Abhyasas today. We are at the second Abhyasa.
We have 8 minutes.
Yes. So we'll do only this much. Nich and maybe Sun. If not, no worries. We can restart revision on Dvitiya. There is no great hurry.
But actually, this was very helpful, Akarshji. I felt like I understood every step.
Yes.
At least understood. I don't know how much I'll be able to remember. For me, I think this speed works much better.
Sure.
I know this will this will slow down the
No,
class
it's
speed.
okay. No, it won't slow down because in 1 or 2 sessions we did a revision for Sandhi also, right? We did 5 revision sessions for Sandhi. When we finished Abhyasa 27, we did 5 revision sessions. So 28 to 37, if we do 2 or 3, that's good. As long as we are clear, right? That is more important than sort of finishing a book. Okay, so it should be clear to us how that pratyaya works and sandhi works and all that, and later samasa will come. So now we are starting to get clear what the theme is and what sutra, what is happening, what is the karya, all this is happening in this. So adhyapayati again, what will be the sutra in adhyapayati?
There is a fur coming in here.
So which sutra will it be?
So that one will be.
यापयति जैसा ना?
तो कौन सी सूत्र?
So it is that Atil that one.
Correct. Completely wrong sutra, but the guess was correct.
आताम पुग्नाओ, right?
आताम पुंगनौ. Arti, Hri, Vli, Rik, Tuik, Shmai, Yatam, Pungnau. Then for Han Dhatu, Ghatayati. Have you seen the word Ghatayati?
Ghatayati has come.
There? Yes.
It's,
Any specific occurrence you remember? In Bhagavad.
Actually, what was the question? We couldn't hear.
Acha, sorry ji. This Ghatayati Shabda. Ghatayati. You can hear now?
Han dhatu na?
Han Dhatu is correct, but Ghatayati have you seen anywhere specifically? Ghatayati.
Kanghatayati, ऐसे भगवत गीता में है.
Absolutely correct. Second chapter. Veda Vinashinam Nityam Ya Enam Ajam Avyayam. Katham sa Purushah Partha kam ghatayati hantikam. Who is able to kill Atma, etc. When body dies, does Atma die, and those kinds of things. Handhatu. Who can affect Atma? That way. Ghatayati. Vadh karna. But ha became gha. Handhatu to ghatayati. When we see ghatayati shabda in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan uses, but Bhagavan is going to say handhatu, because earlier shloka also he had said najayate mriyate, that nayam hanti na hanyate, and then here ghatayati. That is the connection. It is handhatu only, both. That is ghatayati is handhatu. Ghatayati, her to gha, there is a sutra. This is also an important sutra. Her to gha becomes, this came less than a month ago in Brihadaranyaka. This was asked in class. Why ghatayati has come? This is the sutra. 7354. Ho hanter ninneshu. Ho hanter ninneshu. Hanter ninneshu. You see, there are three types of anuswaras back to back. Na, na, na. So these are all not easy to say, but this is the sutra. This came less than a month ago, I think, in Brihadaranyaka. Samyak. Nim. Makara nasti. Nakara eva. Ho hanter. Ha, satyam. Ho hanter ninneshu. Hakara to ghakara. So they have given example, you see. Han to ghai pratyay. This ghai is a pratyay. Ghai. They have given here. So han to ghai. Han plus ghai will become ghan. Then ghata. Ho hanter ninneshu.
We haven't done this gham pratyay, right?
No, we have not done ghai pratyay. Maybe it will come. If not, we will see later for sure. If it comes in the book, it will come. If not, we will see separately. There is a better place to see ghai pratyay. Later on, there is a better place. For now, it is good to know ha to gha happened through 7354 ho hanter ninneshu. So 5 or 6 additions have come, and while we are there in Ho Hanter Ninneshu, I will just say this, because I remember that this has come once in Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Sara Sangraha. I think it came once. I remember hearing this. Hatasto chinnoloho. This sutra says, ghatayati takara. Ghan will be there, right? Her to gha is okay. But that na to takara, that happened through this sutra. So her to gha one sutra, na to ta another sutra. Han to ghata. And then there is another. So, okay, this is a good example to see how these sutras and all are given, right? Because I think about a month or two ago, there was a discussion where we only saw the last sutra and we didn't see the earlier 2 sutras. So this is how they come to that understanding, one by one. You see, in one shabda, many sutras will work. There is han to ghata. If something has to happen, there are 3 karyas. Han to ghata. If I want... Hanji.
Sorry about this. See, I'm getting a little bit flooded here because if our objective is to read Bhashya, okay, if I see a Gha Dhatu and I know it is Han,
Bas.
it's enough. Because why I don't want to worry too much about how that Na become a Tha and the Tha become something, because I'm just finding this to be, because I will never remember so many things. And so I just want to bring us back to the fact that we are looking at it from reading Bhashya.
Yes.
And when we see it, we should know what that word is. So for me, the important thing of the brew to watch, and these things are important because you see a sudden change in the thing. But in between, if they jump around and turn it, drop a little bit here and drop a little bit there, I'm just finding it a lot. I'm just telling you that. That's all.
No
I mean,
worries, Ji. No, don't worry. If it is a lot, you can just like you don't have to memorize, Hanasta ton chinloho. If you feel like this is not of value, memorize it. And memorization, of course, is very difficult.
I just let it flow over me because
Sure.
it's good to keep doing Shravana.
That is okay.
This being one of our 100,
This will be Ata Upadhaya will be. This one may not be. But you see, this is the thing, right? This 100 that we are doing, this is all executive. You say, oh, this Shabda has come, Dhatu has come, we are doing this.
So I am enjoying this exercise because it is helping me understand how Ashtadhyayi is structured, how do we navigate. There will be so many lessons that we will do, but we will also have to understand how the whole Grantha is structured, this Ashtadhyayi is
Correct.
structured.
Correct.
And then how you jump from Rachananuvada to Vadi to here. ये हमको independence सिखा रहा है, I think, in a way, which
Correct.
is what I'm enjoying at the moment.
Correct.
So, of course, we won't remember all these things, but when I don't understand what's going on, it's more discomforting to me.
Correct.
This
So
is
there,
kind of, taking me through step by step everything that's happening.
yes.
Which is a lot of information, but it's just the joy of knowing it all is what I like in this exercise.
Right, absolutely. And this is the purpose, basically, how we come to a specific Shabda. That is the overall purpose. So there will be multi-layers to our Vyakarana study also. Like, for example, there is somebody who listens to recordings who is already memorized most of these. Arti Hirivli, he has memorized. One wants to memorize. There is another person. So there are multi-layers to our Vyakarana. But if I want to see, like my purpose is to say, how did this Shabda form? Then this Ghan to Ghata, there are three karyas, one karya, one sutra. Or if I say my purpose is when I read Bhashya, then this Shabda came from whichever dhatu and whichever sutra and etc. Then we see only that. So it is like a multi-layered kind of approach to our Vyakarana also. But
Akaji,
yes,
in all
Chief.
fairness, look, it's good. It's kind of nice to see where it goes, like Abaji says. See, today we have finished now over time, and we have done a couple. Okay, so as we go ahead, we can keep going ahead with it. But I just felt somewhere that I wanted to bring it a little bit back on track, because as we keep delving and going from one sutra to another sutra, I can't even figure out how to note it down to figure out what to do.
Yes.
Then I just let it just fly through me,
It's
let it
okay.
just go by.
That's okay. Don't worry. It's totally okay. It's completely fine. Because these, all these sutras are not like once and gone. Like they will return. So don't worry about it. Like this Ho Hante Nirneshu, I think we spoke about this. When we spoke about Ho Hante Nirneshu, when we did Abhyasa 28, I think then also we had a discussion where he said, this will come again. And it has come again. And it will come once more also. Don't worry at all. What is possible, like Pakara, if you can note down, Pakara comes from that sutra, Arti, Hrivli, etc. And then if you say Vacha has come, Aha has come from Bhuva Panchanam, and then you say this is a bit much, don't worry, because we are going to come back to this. Not all the time, but there will be at least one more occurrence where this will come, and this will come in the table also that we are doing. Ho Hante Nirneshu will come in that table. And Ho Hante Nirneshu is definitely one of the 100. Because of, if you want to make 100.
That is fine.
Yes.
That I understand.
Don't worry, Ji. It's okay. This will take time, This is not like it's hard. Even when people study as children, which is what many times it happens, right? First 10 years, 12 years, even Avantika ji will know. Many people, when we study Vyakarana, etc., we are so small. Like most people who study like systematically Vyakarana, and then you need something to memorize. So this is where it started. So of course it's going to be hard to be able to memorize, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't memorize. Right? Like, the important ones, they will stay in the head automatically, like how mantras and shlokas stay in the head. So if it's very important, it will stay. Don't worry at all. Han to Ghata happens through these two sutras. So the point of this is to say, when you made Ghatayati in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan said Ghatayati, that is from Han Dhatu. So there are 4 karyas there. First, Ha has become Gha. Then Na has become Ta. Then Ha has become Gha. And then Nich Pratyaya. 4 karyas. You can divide in this way. 4 karyas. If this way it is done in 2-3 years max, we should be able to, max 2-3 years, in 1 year hopefully, less than that, we should be able to see at least the sort of flow, from one akshara to another akshara to another akshara in that.
And by doing a few, we will get more comfortable.
Yes.
We won't have to do it for everything. Like
Yes.
Initially, it feels like
Correct.
we've done a lot, but
Correct.
then once we've done Han, then we can take Brew and try to do it ourselves.
Yes, sure, absolutely. And even Rachananuada, you see in Rachananuada Kaumadi, they have given very few sutras. You see, Ho Hantir and Inneshu is not in the book. Ho Hantir and Inneshu is being introduced now in our session because it is relevant for us, because it has come before in Vedanta classes. Ho Hantir and Inneshu, Hanas Tadochinno, all these things, Atha Upadhaya. Even Atha Upadhaya came yesterday, right? I think Atha Upadhaya made an appearance yesterday. This sutra, this third one. Ataha Upadhayaha. Yesterday or today. Upada became Dirgha. In some shabda, I've forgotten which shabda.
Came today, I think.
Today? It recently, I remember this. So there will be such.
Ashwala and Yagnavalkya conversation.
Right.
I remember it has come.
Correct, absolutely. So you see these kinds of sutras, this will also be one of, if we are making 100, this will be 100, one of the 100. These sutras are all like critical because they have so many occurrences, so many times. So we take. We'll just finish this last line. Hanji.
Sorry, just go back to that one page that where we were in Vishnu. So these examples, where exactly are they? Because when you just go into Laghu Siddhanta Kaumadi, you don't find
Acha, in the beginning, right at the top. You see?
So it will come under that first heading, which is part of which heading, which is the blue heading under which it comes.
There is no blue heading. This is before the first blue heading.
Okay.
Ashtadhyayi.com ke paribhasha. This is all.
Okay. Fine. All right. Thanks.
Ashtadhyayi.com gives the English one-line meaning and all these examples. And then you go into one heading. Is Sivasu, Kashika, Nyasa, Padamanjari. So sometimes we look at examples from Kashika also. Like this Praharaha, Praharakaha, Ghanti, Ghantu, Agnan. All these examples you can see from Kashika. Or you can of course see from Laghu Siddhanta Kaumadi. Or you can see from Siddhanta Kaumadi. Mahabhashya for now no need to touch. Very complicated. So for examples you can see some parts of it. This is all Ashtadhyayi.com's examples. So we have come till here. Hantu Ghatayati, Dushayati, Ruhuroyati, Ropayati. Ropayati, Pakara comes from Arti Hrivli Rik to Ikshmayata. चुरादि गण की धातुओं के रूप नीच में वैसे ही रहते हैं. चुरादि गण के नीच में क्यों रहते हैं वैसे? Any guesses? Why?
Because in Churadi Gana, that I is added, it becomes.
Correct, absolutely. In Churadi Gana, Vikarana Pratyaya is Aya. And Nich Pratyaya Karya is also Aya. Patitu Patayati. कैसे हुआ? Aya. चुरादि गण में विकरण प्रत्यय आय. So इसमें नीच प्रत्यय वैसे ही रहता है. It is not new. It is not coming in. You don't have to add it. It is already there. कर्मवाच्य और भाववाच्य में निजंत धातु के अंतिम ई को लोप हो जाता है. That is आय को. So पाठयते. It will just become पाठ्यते. This is in karma and bhavavachya. Karma, all this is in Kartravachya until now we have seen. Karma, Bhavavachya, Bhavavachya. This is why Pathyate, Karyate, Haryate, Bodhyate, Bhakshyate. You know, when we see, somebody had suggested this, I think Dr. Sumanjay ji maybe said, I don't remember, that we see Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Sarasangra Tika for examples. In that Tika, these words will all come. Pathyate, Karyate, these kinds of words can come in such Tikas. That is another nice place to look at. Anyway, enough for today. Nich Pratyaya, we have done 2 abhyasas today. We have just gone through Nich Pratyayanta Rupas. Next 3 days Anadhyaya. So no Sanskrit. August 8, 9, 10. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No Sanskrit. Long weekend. And then Monday we will start again. Monday we will start with this San Pratyaya. Abhyasa 30. We just see again, you know, these kinds of, the same way we have done Nich Pratyaya, we'll do for all the other Pratyayas. Then we go to 38 and restart from whichever Pratyaya is next. Lak Pratyaya.
That would be nice.
Yes.
So this is okay. Friday, Saturday, Sunday 3 दिन class नहीं है.
हाँ.
Okay. And Anadhyaya means Swami जी का क्या क्या नहीं होगा?
We will discuss after ending. We will discuss that.
Okay.
Just before ending, quick summary based on only sutra. So this is all going to be sutra sessions. The next whatever till 37 when we catch up. Main sutra sessions. Nich Pratyaya, main Vidhayaka Sutra, Satyapapasha Rupa Veena Tula Shloka Sena Loma Tvacha Varma Varna Churana Churadibhyo Nich. But also Hetumaticha. Hetumaticha is very common. Hetumaticha is a good sutra to know. Then one niyama come. In Gati Buddhi, in our dhatus which are of going and knowing etc. Gati Buddhi Pratyasanartha. This dhatu, this sutra says all these dhatus, instead of using Tritiya Karta, you will put Dvitiya Karta. Then we got Mitamrasvaha. Mitamrasvaha said in a certain group of dhatus, Upadha, Dirgha will not happen. Patu became Pathayati, but Gam will not become Gamayati. Gam will become Gamayati. Then Arti Hrivli Riknuikshmayatam Pumnau. This said in certain dhatus, Pakara will get added. Nya, Stha, Da, Pakara. Nyapayati, Sthapayati, Dapayati. Itiyati. Then there was one more, which said Bru Dhatu. Bru Dhatu became Vachayati. Bruvo Vachaha. Bruvo Vachaha. That is the sutra. But more important to us is when we see Aha, iti Ashankya Aha in Tika, so many times Aha comes. Why this Aha? What it means? Bru. He says this. Purvapakshi says this. Purvapakshi says a doubt, Ashanka. That Aha came from Bruvaha Panchanam Adita Namo Bruvaha. Aho Bruvaha. Then we got Ghatayati Shabda. Ghatayati mein it is Han Dhatu. But her has become Ghar through Ho Hantir Ninneshu. Na became Ta through Atascha Nod Chinloho. And Upadha got Dirgha. Dirgha Upadha is important. Ata Upadhayaha. These 10 sutras for Nich Pratyaya we have seen. There will be more, but these 10, they are given as examples here. And we also know they are important based on our reading. So when we make a table eventually, we should ideally put all 10 in this. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shantihi 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 Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Bhavarayanam Sutra Bhashyavato Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomodvyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namah. Om Shantihi 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 Om